I love the idea of you guys all being in suits. I'm gonna sit in a fucking t-shirt today.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
But no, it's perfect. It's like, yo, I'm always in bow ties and suits. I'm like, fuck that shit.
We
Turn
have
up-
no idea how this fucking shit started either, because like the first podcast we started up and we were just all casual and nothing went on. And the second podcast, I think Notch put on, he's just like, boys, look at me, I'll put on a collared shirt. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go and put on a vest. And then Nightfall comes back with a tie on, and we're just like, fuck you, Nightfall.
That's fine already.
That's the first thing that's going on air today. I'm going to like, well, typical Australians in suits. It's the only time they ever wear one when they're in the docks.
He did alright,
I have
actually.
shrimps on Barbies. We might have shrimps on Barbies. We might not.
I don't see no shrimp. I don't see no Barbies. either.
What is a shrimp? Is it a prawn?
Prawn. Prawn Nightfall.
Okay.
It's amazing. Please say that on the show.
No, what's a shrimp?
And
So
Australian
nice.
doesn't know what a shrimp is. I'm like, what?
Don't worry, I knew what it
He's
was.
a Kiwi. He's a Kiwi. He's not an Australian.
I know what it is. I was just taking a piss, because...
They put another sheep on the Barbie.
Oh. No, they put another sheep on the spit, man.
I mean,
Oh!
that's what you type.
Oh, that's your question. Who would win in a banter fight? Hinduman, Notch, or a dozen Kiwis on steroids?
The Kiwis every single
Yeah.
time. They don't even need the steroids.
You just need one Kiwi.
Yes. Boom, we're live. Hello, peoples.
Hello.
Hooray. Yay.
So much energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
It's 10 a.m. on a Sunday. You expect
Well.
energy. Like, please.
it's
Anyway.
like...
You give me the IDs, but I can't seem to. Where can't I put them in? I can't find where to put them in. I'm so stupid.
Oh, for those viewers watching right now, this is like the pre-show, essentially. The
That's right.
post pre-show, because we had a small discussion before we clicked the go live button about what was it?
Still discussion.
Why OCE is banning out Ares.
First ban. Yeah.
For some reason.
Because Slap and Tickle, that's why. Because Richard Castle and... Who were they against this week? It was... Your boy,
Citadel.
Citadel.
Yeah.
Who's your support?
K's vacation.
I should know that.
You should.
He
Wait,
actually
his,
did really
his
well.
name's the one I always forget.
Yeah,
His
it's
name-
hard.
Top-notch
Okay.
picked up by Vox confirmed. The first thing that
Keep it
people
up.
say.
Keep it on the DL, boys. Keep it on the DL.
CS:GO Notch. Oh.
Don't fangirl, Josh. There's no reason to fangirl.
What?
Ickleborgnok.
Oh, him.
Yeah. No one knows. Yeah. Not you, Nightfall.
Yeah.
Okay, so you give me the match IDs for those games. For some reason, I can't work out where the hell to put them in because
Alright. Give me a second.
I'm being stupid. It's too early to actually think logically.
So there's this one guy, his name is God Killage, and
There you go. Just replace the last couple of numbers after the equals.
he really wants you to follow
My
his
young
Twitch
homie.
channel. So what you
You
should
actually-
do is not follow him, just for the banter.
I'm sorry, this podcast is we're at a point where I'm just like head in hands. This is great.
You guys should have heard what was said before the stream. It was so
Oh.
funny.
What was said before Nightfall?
I don't know. It was something that you said something about Chinese and things.
Well, okay. That's implying something very negative there.
Playing the race card, holy shit.
Yeah. That's defamation.
Why am I so good at bringing heat towards myself? God damn it.
Uh,
Alrighty.
moths are drawn towards the light. I'll say that.
Am I a moth? Whoa.
I was replying you were the light.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. God.
I'm sorry. I'm so off today. My frickin' hair. I'm just wearing a hat. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of my hair. Okay.
I tell you what, I think we have, within the short space of time that we've been working together as a casting group in Australia, we already have some fantastic synergy and just some hilarious moments already. It's great. It's fantastic.
It's good
just,
fun.
Just love it.
It's great.
Have you got
Apparently
any
it's raining.
fantastic off-the-wall casting stories? Any big moments or anything like that?
Like what? Like what kind of thing are you after? Like
The
there's only so many
Darude
things you can discuss
Sandstorm
live.
story. The Sandstorm
God.
The
story with
Rude
Ryder.
Sandstorm story? It's not really. It wasn't really a story. It was just kind of like, yeah, I was going crazy about do-do-dos, and then me and him were joking because we were like listening to it going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Because on downtime, there's nothing we can do apart from just sitting there going, let's see what chat's doing. Oh, they're all doing. There's something to do. And then we put the stream on and listen to do-do-dos as well and go do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And then for some reason I was like, let's just go live and say do-do-dos. And he went, shall we? And I went, yeah, let's just do it. So we just had a conversation and do-do-dos. And chat loved it. So I was like, okay, it works. It's a very simplistic beast. There's no intelligence involved in what we do. It's just
Absolutely
what
not.
comes out of the mouths. It's generally how it
We're
works.
with just personalities, literally to be there in front of a camera with a microphone and just. You're a better caster in, I think, everyone's perspective if you just throw your personality out there.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think you've got to be yourself more than anything else. And if people don't like you, fuck them.
Something you will learn
It's a
if
great
you
way
ever
to put
want
it.
to do anything is that at some stage, no matter what you do, everyone's going to hate you.
You will always have haters. You will always have haters. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. You can be the best caster in the world. You still get haters. And yeah, it's part of the scene, part of being you, part of doing it. I mean, when I first started casting, it was a scary experience because I really, my bum hole was going. How can I describe it? I just took the symbol. It was like this. It was like this big, and it went. Woo, 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 and every 10 seconds, I was like, "Holy crap! I'm live on air with Dry Bear. They didn't really give me much prep time. Let's do this." And I closed Twitch chat because I've casted a long time, and I was like, "Let's see how much shit I get for this cast." And it didn't go as expected because I was a League of Legends boy and I was expecting really bad hate, and I didn't get it. And I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. So I didn't read chat or anything that first day. I was really nervous. And yeah, just be yourself. If they don't like you, it's kind of like tough. If they don't like you, maybe you won't cast again. Get on with it. But you've got to take that shot if you want it.
Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
There is very little times that Twitch chat actually gives constructive criticism and then just criticize. Like they just criticize, and then for every like 100 haters you have, you'll have like one guy that offers some advice. So it's
I
not
have-
worth.
Effect in Smite at the moment, which I'm not used to, is that I get a lot of people that like me and one or two haters. And the problem is my haters, I can name them. That's the issue. There's just a few that just always speak out against me. And I actually approach them like, so what is it you don't like about me? And some of them say, I just don't like you. I'm like, all right, fair play. One of them says, I don't like your accent. Well, motherfucker, that ain't changing. Like, I'll be honest, there ain't much I can do about that one. So, you know. So you do get haters, and you just got to move on. Constructive criticism is one of the hardest things in casting to ever get because it's hard to get hold of. Generally, it's down to other casters willing to do it for you. Is where you get most of it from, or the one or two very special viewers that will give you some advice on what they think you need to improve on. So,
Ninja
And I think we're
Demi.
lucky with that as well over here in Australia as well. That the guy that is doing most of our broadcasting, Stephen Sams, better known as Cyanide, or the guy that's Team Down TV, always in our Team Down TV chat. He's actually got a lot of broadcasting experience. He doesn't have as much casting experience and whatnot, especially from a MOBA standpoint. He's got literally none in a MOBA standpoint, but he just knows broadcasting, and he does not care what we think of him. He just gives us his honest opinion of us every single game, and we're very lucky to have him.
It's pretty funny.
that's a good thing.
It's like, your mic shit, fix it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, he's very direct as well, which is awesome. And like, it's pretty awesome.
He's not there to be politically correct, and he says that straight up. Like, does not care. He is there to give you your honest feedback, whether you like him or not. He's still giving it to you.
Shall we begin our agenda today? It's up
I think
to
we shall.
We shall? Cool beans.
Do we get the intro?
Do we? Yeah. Do you want me to intro?
What intro?
What's intro?
Is the intro like?
podcast. That's
Oh.
it.
That was actually one of the better ones.
Yeah. He was just like, that was one of the better ones.
Alrighty.
I've been practicing this all week. It's the Deoceide podcast. That's okay. Yeah. So hello and welcome everyone. If you're watching on the VOD, hi. We have a Twitch channel as well, Smite_OCE. If you aren't watching there already, which most of our chat already is, they can give us feedback. You guys, it's a little bit harder to get feedback and stuff. So if you want to be a part of the action, Smite_OCE on Twitch.tv. So come and join us there. I'm going to be your host for our lovely evening of random amounts of antics. Rankonius. Joining me is our ever lovely streamer, the one and only Josh Knightfall Campbell.
Hello.
Our relative pro player analyst and guy to talk salt about everyone in the scene. It's the solo laner for Team Silicon Sports, TopNotch.
Hey.
And this week, replacing our normal third host or third regular member is going to be,
Rest in
unfortunately, Callum. Callum the Machine has decided to step back from Smite. He's had a lot of fun with it, but he's moving back to his old RTS sort of things. He's really enjoying that one, so we wish him all the best from our casting crew here. But stepping up into his shoes is the up-and-coming sexiest caster OCE, Alexander HughZ.
G'day.
And then finally, our special guest who's been sitting here waiting for me to introduce him for a long time, staring intently at his camera. It's that guy without the bow tie this time around. It's the Hinduman.
I had to be different. Like that was the thing. Let's be honest. Everyone was expecting the bow tie. I mean, Alexander's even got one on. So I was like, well, he's already done the work. Let's just chill out. I'll put the England shirt on with the blood of the
Yeah, I
Aussies.
just noticed that with the giant letters across it.
Throw this on is perfect. I actually
We're gonna
feel, honestly, looking at the state of you guys, that I'm going into court with you to watch you get sent to Australia for the first time. That's how it feels.
You're actually a character witness for Rank. He's in some trouble.
That's exactly what it is. Rank's, he's not a bad dude, but what he did that night, those poor sheep, man. Those poor sheep. I thought he was from New Zealand, but clearly that was
When
mistaken.
in Rome, you know? When in Rome.
New Zealand's a
should be
beautiful
proud, Rank.
country,
The Welsh should be
and there
proud.
are some beautiful sheep whilst you're in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So whilst you're over there, enjoy their delicacies whilst you can, okay?
I hear shearing is the new thing over there. Like, sheared sheep is like in now.
I really do like a sheep with a nice haircut, so... Anyway,
The Kiwi is the one that's freaked out by this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Knightfall's
like,
like texting his girlfriend, like, have you been seeing Rank? What are you doing?
anyway. We've got some important, insightful... I'm not sure it's going to be terribly insightful this evening information coming your way, but we're going to kick things off with the invitational leader from a ladder. Well, we have a leader of the invitational ladder, or not quite clearly a leader just quite yet, but we'll get into that right now. Invitational ladder week 2 games, I believe, are just being finalized right now over on Team Down TV 2. So it's twitch.tv/Team Down TV 2. If you're after your AU Smite action, that's where it's all live broadcast, and we're aiming to bring you that every single Friday and Sunday. So make sure you follow that one if you want to keep up to date with exactly when your streams and whatnot are going to be. Right, spoiler alert time. Avant went 2-0. Spoiler.
Oh.
Sorry.
Honestly,
What?
I didn't know you guys actually played Smite, because all I know about Australia is that you guys, like, ping issues. You don't even have internet. It's like
Yeah.
the other winds up and runs on the hamster wheel or something to power it, and then
Still got
hopefully
dialogue.
it works for 3 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of the old dial updates. I bet you still hear that noise, right? It would just
Yeah.
flame your ears
Yeah.
instantly. Oh, I'm reconnected again. No.
Sorry, guys.
And then-
Mum rang.
Middle of the
Lucky.
phone, middle of a game. Mum's just like, I want to use the phone. You're like, Mum, I'm in the middle of a game.
This is leagues. I'm about to qualify for Diamond. Please. Whole jokes as if I could ever get into Diamond.
As if you could get into bronze.
Yeah,
There's like,
pretty much.
but there's like 7 players in us, isn't there? So like, it's easy.
Exactly.
To
Yeah.
Well, I'm obviously the worst of those 7 then.
Oh god. If in doubt, be a caster. That's what DM Brandon did. Shout
Exactly.
out to him. 15 minutes dead. Oh yeah.
Speaking of DM Brandon, I have a
And
question for you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
He got married recently.
Yes, he did. Speaking of
Yesterday.
DM Brandon,
Not today for you guys. I don't know what that would be.
what was it like to have a go at DM for feeding on Aphrodite?
Oh my god.
Everyone asks that question all the time. Honestly, it was in real banter form. Honestly, it wasn't like me and DM got on greatly, and everyone always asks, "You and DM still like talking after you raged at him?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're fine," because we're both, to be honest, we're both competitive players. Like when we game, we want to win, right? And he fed, and he deserved the rage that he got that day. Not warding, then complaining about Trix Tank being in lane when, let's be honest, if you can get a free kill consistently on somebody who always talks about you and says you do things wrong, you're going to try and do it, okay? So how am I supposed to talk to Trix Tanks from going all the way over there when I've got a Danis trying to deal with him in my duo lane as he keeps trying to feed his heart out to Snoopy? I just can't do it. Like, I'm only one man, okay? Only one man. But it was fun. It was fun. Chat enjoyed it. It was a good comedy sketch. And DM finally realized if he wants to challenge pros, let's not do it like that again. Because Afro doesn't beat Backer, it seems. Confirmed.
Yep,
13
confirmed.
minutes.
Yep.
Poor
Poor DM.
Hopefully he enjoyed his wedding a hell of a lot more than that game though. So, anyway, moving right along. Yeah, let's talk the rest of the games. But Top Notch. This was obviously last week's games. I think we actually even went over this. One thing I was impressed most about as a caster, as we were spectating the games and whatnot, is that Avant really haven't come up against any specific opposition yet, or up until this point, it just seemed to breeze through everything. They hadn't really looked tested. You guys actually tested them in the second game, still lost, but you fought them against a full 5-man fire giant buff, and you managed to kill 4 of them.
Yeah, I mean
From
we've been
10k behind as well, I think as well.
Yeah. We've obviously gone through a lot of roster changes recently, a lot of roster changes and role swaps within our team. And I think, it was really quite an achievement to come so close to beating them. I think we were quite far ahead at a few points in those games as well, which was really good to see with the new lineup. We're still trying to smooth things out, and it was a positive thing to see that after those games.
I mean, how are you guys obviously just meshing at the moment with those roster swaps? And he's a bit frustrated at all, or he's just patience and continue practicing and just waiting for it to kick in?
I mean, we knew we're not gonna obviously we were at the top of the AU scene recently, and we had the role changes come about to us. We knew we weren't going to be straight back to the top straight away. We knew we were going to have some smoothing over periods, and maybe the invitational ladder wasn't going to be our time to shine. But we're working at it. Vuck obviously hadn't played Hunter in a competitive scene before, and he's been thrown in the deep end. Really, can put against players like Subfloor and every other competitive ADC. So we're just going to keep at it, and we'll definitely be back on top soon.
All right. So, any other comments from you guys? HughZ, I think it was actually us two that were casting that game.
Yeah, it was. It was. Avant looked to be a little bit under pressure there, which is not something we usually see from them. They're usually pretty kind of efficient in everything they do, I guess. But yeah, you guys from Silicon certainly gave them a big scare, and I'm looking forward to what you guys can do as you said, settle down more into your new roles and all that kind of thing.
All right. Knightfall. Avant have been pretty dominant. You got anything else to say on them apart from them? We've actually seen a sort of a chink in their armor at the moment.
I think it's good because it means that the rest of the teams are catching up to them, and rather than them being dominant, 2-0ing everyone with ease, it's good to see that everyone else is catching up, and there's going to be really entertaining competition for everyone to watch, and it's going to be really awesome. And I'm just super hyped. I'm glad I'm able to cast these matches and be able to view them firsthand.
Alright, so I think we'll move on pretty quickly through the rest of these matches because this week was, I think, what exactly we were expecting to go down. Exhilarated versus Team Kamikaze went actually 2-0 to Exhilarated, so they're actually proving themselves very, very strong as a team, and something that we weren't expecting to see from them coming out of the open ladder. So big props to them, and we'll chat more about them in the coming weeks as well. We won't be mentioning this week's result due to a few reasons, but we'll chat about that in the future. We won't discuss that one actually tonight. There's a couple of good reasons for that one. Direwolves versus the Click. 2-0 to the Direwolves. These guys had just become the Direwolves as well, so that was very, very good to see them doing that, proving good reasons for their sponsorship. Citadel versus Kraken Up. 2-0 to Citadel. So pretty much the rest of the games went sort of how we were expecting them to go. But let's turn around on towards this week. Silicon versus Team Kamikaze. You guys lost a game again, Topnotch.
We did. We did. I mean, I'm not going to repeat what I just said.
Yeah.
This is a grudge match too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we've both got different rosters now. I mean, TCAM have a different roster, and Silicon has a different roster. I'm not going to repeat what I was just saying, but we've obviously still got some issues we need to work out with our new positions.
How's the new coach going?
Proxy Damage. He is the man. The things that he's doing for us are actually blowing me away, how much effort he's putting into this team already. I mean, he's been with us he joined like 2 weeks ago and then he went on holiday, so he's really been with us for about like a week now, and he's blown me away with the amount of effort he's putting into this. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Alrighty. We'll move on to, I think, probably result of the week. Direwolves versus Citadel Gaming. HughZ, talk to me about Citadel, because there was a bit of an upset here.
Yeah, so Citadel actually taking down Direwolves 2-0. Direwolves considered probably the second best team in Oceania after Avant. So, as Knightfall kind of said, it's good to see other teams catching up. Citadel, before they were acquired by Citadel, were Trans Esports. A couple of their players had played pretty competitively before, like Toxin and Just Laney, subbed in for the Heteroi in the Season 1 finals and proved themselves worthy of being on the big stage. And yeah, they just did a really good job against Direwolves. It wasn't necessarily, like, no one on Direwolves did necessarily anything wrong, but it's just Citadel just kind of outplayed them. Just got the little things right and were able to win off that.
And from memory, this was an absolute bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've got a question. Why is Ares banned in that game?
Ares, why is Ares a thing?
I've got the stats up. Right? But why is Ares banned?
Okay,
Ares
so
is banned because Richard Castle plays an insanely good Ares, especially for our scene. For our scene, anyway.
A bit more than that. A bit more than
That's
saying
actually
he is God Ares.
I'll be honest.
I mean, well, that's
no. I don't know many players in Oz, but I've heard of Richard Castle, which is probably a shout out to him. The fact that I don't watch the scene.
Yeah. So he's Ares. Basically, you play Direwolves, you first ban Ares a lot of time, or if not, second ban, just to get him off the board because, yeah, he just knows the god so well that he's able to really play him to his fullest extent.
Pick your mare. Do you not know your mare exists? Are you North America 2.0?
Don't tell them.
Pick your mare. Like.
Yeah.
So Topnotch, tell me about that.
Yeah, you always ban Ares.
No, you don't.
That's an OCE
I was so
thing.
confused.
Topnotch, tell me about that 4-man purple pot strat, yeah?
At 4-man purple pot? No, that's on the DL Silicon strat. if you put them behind 400 gold each respectively, it's worth it.
Or even 200 gold and give yourself 200 gold each.
I just want to buy purple pot. I only play Magic so I can buy purple pot.
Hidden strats coming from Topnotch. But also, on the other side, our other scene-effective Ares main, Shazo, is... Shazao!
Now I have to participate in saying that, and I don't want to say it. It's like...
Why not? They like saying, it's Shazao!
Shazao! It's like we're trying to sell you a shticky.
What?
Do you want to buy this Shazao? He can clean your windows and your suits and everything, and occasionally clean up the opposition.
Occasionally. Oh. Look at that face he just made in chat. He's just like.
Thank you, Shazao. We all love you. Shout outs to Shazao. But yeah, we have a lot of Ares mains over here. And Athena's kind of...
Listen. Best advice, just get one guy that can play your mare, right? Just get one fucking guy that can play your mare. Your scene will explode. Like, I'm just saying. everyone would be like, what the fuck? Like, we don't need to ban Ares anymore? What is this? This god exists? What? He chains me so he freezes him? Oh my god, I'm shocked. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it.
No.
We're very
I'm so
behind
confused right now.
It's actually because Ymir melts in the Australian sun, so he's not allowed to be played. It's too high over here. You know, global warming, hole in the ozone layer, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I didn't think about
won't
that.
see
I'm
any-
sorry.
You won't even see
I didn't think
the,
about the heat.
Yeti Kumbhakana play either.
Yeah. No. He applies a lot of Rexona, Yeti Kumbhakana.
Bring it back, solo Kumba boys.
You mentioned it now. Like, that's a big issue. Anyone that is like anything to do with ice is just screwed in Australia. You're right.
Yeah. It's true.
Like,
I've got some of the results, and I'm just looking at picks, and it's like, there's nothing too surprising going on. I was kind of hoping, like, being Australians, you might do things backwards, and, like, buy Deathbringer first item, and then Boots last item. You know? Star items at the end. But
Actually, the map is upside down for us. It's upside down, so, like, we play, like, other way around. It's pretty
And
crazy.
the lava flows up
like
into the
sideways,
volcano.
left to right.
Yeah, it's, like, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
see a
the-
bit of some Wukong that you've got going on. You've got a bit of love for some Wukong at the moment in some of these games.
Yeah. No, that was an interesting one. That was an interesting one. That was a good game by Only Good at Solo, who, as we said, his name suggests, is actually good at solo.
Only good at solo.
yeah, but
And
it's
the Sun Wukong, and he just won ham that game. He got incredibly tanky.
what
And
if
just
one
ran around in
day?
the opposition.
What if one day you guys role swap like Silicon did or like Titan did, and they put the solo at 80 carry? Does he have to change his name to Only Good at Hunter or Only Good at whatever?
Not until he proves himself.
That's gonna be really awkward.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
something-
very, very awkward for him.
Anyway, final match of the week is the match of what will probably end up being the bottom dwellers, unfortunately. But hey, Click managed to take it out 2-0 over Kraken Up. So Kraken Up, I've got a long season ahead of them, I feel.
They're definitely improving still. And I was just casting a match with them. They did pretty well, and this Thanatos is scary. Like,
I know they've actually gone through some roster changes as well recently, which is probably a bit hard on them.
yeah,
Ares got through. That's why they won.
Yeah, there you go.
Ares gets through his GG, boys. Oz can't handle it.
pretty
Okay.
much. That's basically how OCE goes. Is if someone gets Ares, you win the game.
It's because the chains remind us about convict past, alright? It's a psychological thing.
The past is the present looking at you all in suits. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah.
it's nothing unusual.
We're more into
Hey,
leather
hey.
now.
I need to call my lawyer before we discuss this. Yeah, but that's the results of the week. Anything in general to bring up? I mean, Hindu's obviously making a big point of the Ares thing, but we're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know these guys. It's Ares.
It's just a thing.
Do you think now we're gonna see a bunch of Ymir play?
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Now that Hindu's gone, okay.
Sounds like
Yeah.
up in your mirror.
The bands are gonna change now. You're literally changing a region right here, Hinduman.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you're
mean, because you guys were discussing off air, right, about Ares being first pick, first ban, right? Now, the problem with a pick like Ares, at least in my eyes, and that's what you'll see from North America and EU, is that you first pick Ares, you can kind of pick around it, you know? Ares is a lot better at being counterpicked into someone like Tyr and Sir Cat, for example, which you can see now and again. But, like, picking him like first pick, it just means that you go for gods that have multiple ways of escaping it, you know? Like gods with immunity, like, for example, Anhur. Because then he's got beads and Desert Fury. You could look for a god like that. You can go for Ymir because of his ultimate will give him immunity so he doesn't get pulled in. You know, things like that, as well as he can shut him down in lane and things. So I think maybe Oz just needs to, I don't know if you need to realize it, because you probably do. It's just that you just respect the Ares too much. Maybe that's just it. I don't think it's as big as it seems. Well, I think the only thing on paper I can see from the few games that I've seen in terms of like had this chance to look over the stats and be like, that's odd. You know, Ares first pick, first ban just sounds really strange to me in my head because I'm like, why don't just pick around it, you know? But when I first pick it, you can bait him into bad situations.
that's gonna happen now.
I think it's a bit of an over exaggeration. Like Ares isn't actually picked every game first pick,
Okay.
first ban. But like it is
Okay.
definitely played a lot. I think it's more of a comfort pick with a lot of players as opposed to
I
being
get you.
like the top tier Australian pick.
How
But,
mean, like,
really good picks, like, but anyone that can burst
rank.
him, anyone that can burst him when he's doing no escape is the perfect god to play against him.
Yeah,
Because he stands still for so long, and it's like, well, you're going to stand still. I'm just going to hit you with a Kraken in the face. and you're dead, you know? So that's why I'm like, well, I guess it's not. It can't be that big, surely. Stop banning Ares, Os. Stop banning it. Otherwise I'll be laughing at you at Worlds if you get there.
Oh!
Oh, shucks. Hey, you got to get through China and Brazil probably and other teams too, so we'll see.
But
I
don't-
don't know how it's gonna work out.
Is
I
it a
don't know how it's
wild
gonna
card
work.
thing? I'm pretty sure we
I
got
have
it
no
confirmed. Huh?
No, we have
I
one.
have-
We have one.
Yeah,
spot.
one spot.
You got one
confirmed.
spot.
Yeah,
We got spot
One
already.
spot.
Yeah.
One spot confirmed, I see.
people are gonna
Oh, no.
first ban Ares against us. It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it a thing.
No. You're not going to make it a thing because what will
It's-
happen is like
gotta
EU
be
and
a
NA
thing.
will have watched this one broadcast and been like,
Yeah.
you take your Aries, silly little Aussie boys. And then you'll just come against a team that just laughs at you and then Kraken. And they'll even pick Anubis into it, you know? They'll just pick Anubis. They'll pick Anubis and laser beam that guy as he's in the air. And then you'll be like, wow, that worked. And then the Aussies going to explode with Goobis players for the next year. Like, yes, we found the counter to Ares. And then Poseidon comes back in the meta and one-shots Goobis every 2 seconds. It's going to be beautiful. I'm excited for your season.
Starting again.
So I just got a private message as well from some of the guys on
Oh,
uh,
rank with the
Exhilarated.
connections.
Fonky has decided to take a step back to analyst for Team Exhilarated, and they've picked up your ex-teammate Topnotch in Maxon.
My boy.
There you go. That's
Hype.
an update. Current update.
I think they'll do.
Don't forget, if you do want to keep up to any of the VODs of the Oceanic Invitational Ladder, remember it's only just an Invitational Ladder yet, but 4 of those top 4 spots go directly to seeding straight into Australia's first Smite Pro League. If you want to keep up to with all the action, everything that's going on is going to be over at twitch.tv2/ profile/past_broadcast. You can find it all there, and I believe with thanks to Joden and Esportspedia, they've actually been updated to the front page and everything on Esportspedia, so you can keep up to all your results there. You don't even have to check the Cybergamer website. It's all there for you, but we do ask that you go and check out the Cybergamer website as well. You can find out when all the teams are playing, what we're going to be broadcasting, and when. It's all over there, so if you want to keep up to date with it, best place to do so. All right, let's move on to the Oceanic Invitational Tipping League for this week. What games have we got coming up this week, Knightfall?
One moment. Skype chat, please. Just let me open up the schedule here very shortly. I think it is... Okay, here we go. We have The Click versus Avant. That'll be one to watch. I'm really excited for that, actually. TCAM versus Citadel. Direwolves versus Silicon Sports. And Exhilarated versus Kraken Up. How are you feeling about that Direwolves matchup, Topnotch?
Looking forward to it, honestly. Direwolves have proven themselves to be a very high caliber team within Australia, and always look forward to a good competition within the scene, and can't wait, honestly.
Are you going to be picking Ymir?
We don't need
It's-
to do things like that to deal with it.
You may solo, you may jungle, just run it. You
That
shot.
happens more often
It's
than
got to
not.
work.
Ymir jungle is like a regular thing. That happens
You may
here.
jungle's really good though. It's really
Yeah.
underrated.
It
Yeah.
is.
And
Fantastic
Styles,
game.
shout out to you and your Bacchus jungle in the New Zealand Esports Roundup the other weekend.
That was hilarious. I remember the
Bacchus
day
jungle.
before. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did that. I was on the team. Okay, so here's the thought process. What we did was the night
You
before.
don't want to farm. You don't want to jungle. It's not the thought process.
We were like, okay, we need the dumbest things. That way, when we do get wrecked, we're just gonna look funny. So then we were like, Barker's jungle, and then Giles went ahead and did it, and it worked for the most part. But then we got, shat on. So that was good fun. That's the thing. Barker's jungle is now a thing. Don't do it. It doesn't work.
So, Bacchus jungle, Athena solo, Ymir in the mid lane, Ares at support, and Hunter Hercules. Let's do it.
What was the weirdest? Bastet ADC. I know there's a team in the open ladder that are trying to do that.
That could
Bastet.
technically work. That could technically work. Technically.
Technically, in theory.
You get the farm. It's kind of like Bastet solo. You get the farm on, and then you abuse your mid game, which can be really strong because of cats as well as the bleed damage. And you can poke in, deal damage. You've got good escapes. It can technically work. So could Giannis jungle, by the way. Try that next time. Giannis jungle.
That's a
Shout
thing.
outs to that.
Does it?
I'm not joking either. Like it's been ran in the pro league before. Zero's run it in you.
I've seen you run Yanis jungle.
And I ran it once in a competitive game. Yes, that's true. Against Zalia's team. It was a charity event where I had a load of randoms and Zalia had a load of randoms. We had to fight each other. And we knew we'd lost because I checked the stats of my team. And basically people could sign up and choose who they wanted to play with. And people chose me and people chose Zalia. And all the people that chose me were like bronze and silver. And I checked Zalia's team and they were all masters and diamond ones. And I'm like, I sat down with my team just before the game and went, listen, boys, listen. We need to talk here. We're not going to win this one. Now, do we try this? Do we try to be serious, or do we try shenanigans? And he went, let's try shenanigans. I'm like, cool, let's do this. So we picked DM's tier list of what the best gods were according to his tier list at the time, right? So he's like, oh, these gods are all so OP. I'm like, hey, guys, let's just pick DM's tier list and we can't go wrong, right? So we told Zalia before the game, please don't ban these gods even though they're OP. Because we want to prove that they can lose, yeah? And so anyway, what a good idea. We'll pick all the bottom gods on DM's tier list. Yeah? So, if you watch that game back, it was DM's bottom tier list versus DM's top tier list, and his top tier list lost, which means DM doesn't know what he's talking about. So, we ran Giannis jungle because it was like something different, and we all just like ulted over to Zalia and died to his Anubis, so that was fun. But yeah. Actually, after that game, though, I was like top damage, top farm, top gold, top kills. I was like, actually, Giannis Jungle's not that bad. The mobility is kind of cool. Give it a go. It's better than Bacchus anyway, that's for sure.
That is also going to happen. See, what all the captains of every team that are watching this right now, they're all noting down all your tips about Ymir. Now jungle Giannis, that's a thing. We're trying this.
You've got Frezzy in chat now as well from Digging Its Ass. And Frezzy will tell you, Ymir is good. What shuts down HI-REZ, Frezzy? Tell us in chat. And don't say my mom. I know you're going to say my mom.
Hi, Frezzy. Welcome.
I think more importantly, we now have that quote from Hinduman about DM knowing nothing. I think that should be resurfacing
that's a thing.
for the rest of the year. Whoever the Australian team is that goes to Worlds is going to show up to Worlds and just be like, Hindu, hi, DM knows nothing, teach us your stuff.
Banter. Just say banter and he understands. It's not banter now, so it's all good. I'm happy. Fairly toy about banter.
Anyway, Oceanic SPL, not SPL, an invitational at a tipping competition. Thanks to Giles once again. Check out the Smite Oceanic Reddit. Even our international guests, go and have a look at that one. So it's reddit.com/r/Smite Oceanic. OCEANIC.
Didn't even know it existed.
Did you just don't advertise the Reddit? I'm not. This shit's going down.
If you're not from Oz and you go to that Reddit, just turn your monitor into black and white mode first because it's really too colourful. It's like some sort of gay pride march up in there. I'm like, not even joking. There was greens and purples and everything. I'm like, wow, why is it so colourful? This hurts. It's like I was psychedelic. I was on drugs again.
The creator is actually a mod. The creator is actually a mod, and he's watching stream right now. Tell him to change it. Tell him to change it.
It's like I'm on shrooms all over again. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Whoa. So it's a little bit too... But I'm excited that you've got your own region going. You know, you got your own subreddit, and it's not full of... It's not full of lag.
Yeah.
I was expecting that when I got there. It's full of... That's what I like, though. BM.
Yeah. No,
BM
it's about as toxic as our wildlife.
What?
This just in. You can die by going to Smite Oceanic Reddit. So make sure you take your Smite kit with you. Okay. Knightfall, do you now have those matchups for this week for us for the Smite OCE scene?
The matchups? Did I not?
Yes.
I read them out. Oh, I'll paste them in the thing.
That would help.
I read them out before. It was click avant.
Pasting's pretty cool, right? I heard that.
Sorry?
There we go.
Pasting's good for a podcast, yeah? Because
yeah.
sounds right.
I'm sure I have a glue pot around here somewhere.
I would.
You want to taste, right?
I read them out before. See,
okay,
so on the YouTube channel, if you're watching on YouTube, just rewind about 5-10 minutes and then you'll see them. Boom.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Production quality is OP.
Production.
All right.
Okay.
So tipping.
Anyway, yeah,
We're getting a little bit off track right now.
Yeah.
got it up. I've got it up.
Okay, you got it? Are you sure
Scheduled.
you
There's
got it?
none scheduled. I'm out of here. I've got nothing. No, wait. We have 4 matches. Okay. Click versus Avant-Garde. Tips, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I don't think they really need us to give tips for that one.
Oh, that's what you mean by
Tips.
tipping.
Yeah, tipping
Yeah.
is basically bidding.
Without
Yeah,
money.
I
It's
guess
like
now.
gambling.
See, tipping to me was like you were looking for donations for something. Why are you looking
Oh,
for donations
that's
for your
what I
league? And then I was
thought
like,
too.
SPL tipping assistants? What's going on? Are you guys like funding the SPL and I didn't even know about it?
Yeah.
I'm like, can I spare change, governor? We need more for the key. I'm like, what's going on? I was so confused. I was like, oh, tips.
Yeah.
Tips.
Yeah, HI-REZ
Right,
said you
okay.
would refund us or something, Hindu. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on
Yeah.
it. I'm on it. Just as long as you get through your trial and you get,
Yeah.
not guilty, it's not a problem.
We've
can
got the
work
best
it out.
lawyers, so, I mean, innocent until proven guilty, I mean, I didn't even know what the bag was doing there. Like, it was for a friend, I swear.
I
was just
swear
that, I mean-
it was a different sheep. I swear.
What is
Um,
with sheep today?
I know you tell us, Josh.
Just because I live in New Zealand doesn't mean I own
Okay.
a sheep.
I mean-
Week 2 results are up as well, so we'll get that link posted in chat actually right now. But okay, Avant-Garde versus the Click. I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna go with Avant-Garde.
Should we just
Hindu.
like a round table, like everyone like raise your hands for Avant, raise your hands for the click kind of thing?
Well, let's go around. Hindu, you're the guest, so we're gonna open with you on this.
Okay, what I need to know about Avant-Garde and the Clique, does anyone play Ares on either of those teams?
I think
Just
Shazo.
It's
Shazo
based
does.
off my stats.
Biggie plays a decent areas as well. I mean, just decent.
Just imagine
So-
every support is good at Ares, and that's all.
Yeah.
So
you have to
everyone
do.
plays Ares. Okay, the team that doesn't pick Ares and potentially picks Ymir will win. That's the tip. For every single game. That's what I'm going to say. For every single game. Or the team that picks Ares and the other team picks Poseidon. The team with Poseidon will win every single game. That's my advice, because I don't know the teams well enough. Although, shout out to Richard Castle, because I've seen some of his play. So whatever team he's on, they'll win. That's my tips.
They lost last week.
Yeah, I know, but not because of shout out. Now he's going to be all confident and be like, yo, Hindu shouted me out. I must be good now. And they'll go out like a hero and die as Ares.
Yeah.
HughZ, you're next on my monitor. I've got no idea who's in order here on the monitors on stream, so I'm just gonna throw it to
I
HughZ.
screwed with it a little.
Yeah. So probably Avant-Garde will win that one. I mean, the click is 2-1 now, I believe. Although Avant is 3-0. And I mean, we all recognise Avant is probably top of the scene right now. I don't see them losing this one. I think they'll go 2-0.
Topnotch,
Alrighty.
you're up next.
The Click have been looking really good lately, but I think it's hard to steer away from Avant taking that 2-0.
I agree. I think Avant will go 2-0 again. Possible 2-1. Possible.
Possible 2-1. But yeah, the winner's definitely going to go in favor of Avant-Garde. I think that's pretty much uniform, with the exception of the Ares unsurety from Hindu. Next up, Team Kamikaze versus Citadel Gaming. There's two big matches this week, and this is the first one that's going to come up. Knightfall, we're going to go the opposite way. You're going to open us this time.
Sweet. TCAM, they're improving. Definitely, everyone's improving. I mean, but Citadel being able to take down Darwolves last week is really what makes me go, oh, okay, this is. HughZ's just like, yeah, I'm so proud of them. You should be
Come on,
though.
boys.
It's definitely very good. I think I'm not too sure. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Citadel just because of last week. I mean, TCAM definitely, they're still up there, but just because of last week, I'm going to go with Citadel.
Topnotch, you're the pro here among us. Prove to us why.
Honestly, I actually going with TCAM on this one. I think TCAM's playstyle is the kind of playstyle that Citadel aren't going to be able to react to. But I mean, Citadel are a very reactive team in the way that they play. But TCAM, I feel like TCAM can take that one. Maybe probably a 2-1, I'd at least say. But I got TCAM on that one.
Here comes the non-biased HughZ.
I mean, I know
HughZ.
I know the
Managed
Citadel guys.
Citadel. What
I'm not
comments
the
do you have on-
manager. I
comments
just.
do you have on Team Kamikaze?
My best friend owns the organization, so no bias whatsoever. I'm very objective. No, okay. I think with Citadel able to take down Direwolves, I think they'll probably take Team Kamikaze. Team Kamikaze are a very difficult team to face, as Topnotch would have, as Topnotch experienced last week. So they're by no means going to be an easy game. But I can't, like, with Citadel taking down Direwolves, I mean, I think I'd be in the majority of people saying Citadel should take this one.
All right. And Hindu, you're finally up. Have you got any insightful Ares comments?
You asked me already, but I mean, honestly, the start of the season is going to be rough to work out who's going to win, because like the first few games in every single league is always going to be interesting, because maybe the way the teams play will be slightly different as the games progress, and you might see some upsets because they're not used to playing against each other. They don't know each other's styles. The most interesting thing: how many weeks is this over, guys? Because I don't know. Like, how many games
It's
do you play each other once? Or...
And we're in
So you play each other once?
We're in week
Yep.
4 now.
So in week 4, I've got 2-1 results up. Okay, I can only see results for 2 wins for teams.
Yeah, on the league schedule, it's not updated yet. It's a bit weird.
Ah, okay. So you're in week 4 now. You see, it's a bit harder than I guess. Teams will start establishing each other now, Dan. So you'll probably see the cream will start floating to the top. Is the best way I'm going to put it. So keep an eye out for this week and next week, because they're the 2 weeks where you'll really start seeing the cream fly up, because they're the ones that'll be working out and using the analysis side of it to work out what the enemy team's strengths and weaknesses are, which means picking your mirror and leaving Ares up. But yeah, like that's the thing is what you're going to see, and it's generally what you see in all leagues. Honestly, the first few games after a couple of seasons, you'll establish and know the team a little bit better. But at the start of this season, it's kind of difficult to judge where people will go. Maybe you've got favourites, but things always happen in leagues, and there's bad weeks and good weeks for all. Especially with people like have to sub in and things like that in case people go away for weddings or trial.
Or to Estonia.
Or to Estonia.
I'm actually tough on this. This is a tough one. I do like your comments, HughZ, though, with Citadel managing to beat the Direwolves last week, but Topnotch knows very, very well Team Kamikaze did beat Silicon Sports, but is that as much of a marker as it would be? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say 2-1 to Kamikaze. I do think this will be one of our first best of 3s that we're going to see. So, moving on, this one as well is going to be a bit of a grudge match. Topnotch, these are your boys. Let's start with your predictions on Direwolves versus Silicon.
I wouldn't say it's going to be a grudge match, man. Let's relax a little bit. Honestly,
okay.
I'm gonna be biased and obviously say Silicon is going to take it 2 easy wins for days. But,
Biased.
Oh yeah, obviously, I don't. Direwolves they've been looking real good lately. We're gonna have our work cut out for us, but I honestly believe we can take it.
Okay. HughZ,
That's good.
you
I
got
like
any
the
rebuttals to that bias?
This is a tough one as well. I know Silicon's looked pretty good in the Avant games, and during the second game against Team Kamikaze, they came out very strong. It's a tough one for me. I don't know. And Notchy's standing right there. It's a bit awkward. I have to go with my gut reaction. It's going to say Dial's going to take this one out. I think it'll be much like the Avant one though, where Silicon's going to make them work for it. It's not going to be easy games at all. Very few of these invitational ladder matches are going to be easy games. A lot of the sort of mid-levels / top mid teams are very even in terms of skill level and stuff. I think it'll just come down to something really small that'll turn the tide of the game in either favour, but I think Direwolves will probably take that one.
You guys are dead nice. I realise that. It's like, well, maybe they'll win, maybe they'll lose. This team's got an advantage, but maybe they can do something. We'll see. You're too nice. Just be honest and be like, yo, this team's going to lose. This team's going to win. Just be brutal. Be brutal. Try and get some brutality, okay?
Just that's coming.
You're being too nice. You're being too
Hey,
nice.
that'll come.
Like, well, this team's doing well. This team's doing well. And maybe this team can make it difficult for them, but I think this team will win. And I'm like, really? Every single one of you just said the same thing, apart from obviously Matt, who's playing for Silicon, going, "We're gonna win." So I'm like, okay, that's what he should do, If you ask any pro player who's going to win, even though, like, in the SPL, the teams will say they're going to win, and then they'll vote for the other team. I've seen that happen, just so you know already. But yeah, just be more nasty. Come on, guys.
Do I have to be nasty now? I'm the next son. I feel bad because Topnotch is there. And he's gonna
just be honest. Tell it to
okay.
your face.
Topnotch, your team's shit, and everyone thinks they're gonna lose, but they're too polite to say anything. Is that better, boys? You got that now? Yeah,
that's good.
There you go.
Okay.
Now he knows.
I think.
Look at him. See, he's drinking his drink, and now he's gonna beat me down with it because I said that. But that's what you're all thinking. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna get bottled after this.
I think
It's safe that he's on the other side of the world. That's the only thing saving Topnotch from reaching through the camera.
Far away enough, mate.
He has got a salt cult that'll find you.
Listen, I'll see you at Worlds, and we'll have a beer, and it'll be fine. There'll be no problem. If you can make it there.
Oh.
No, I have to. No, I have to.
The gauntlet's on the floor now. Come at me, bro.
Is it a Devourer's Gauntlet though?
We're gonna 1v1 Hindu at Worlds. Confirmed.
Can we actually make this a thing? If Silicon make it to Worlds, I want to make a Devourer's Gauntlet trophy and have you two 1v1 for the trophy.
And then whoever wins gets to knock the other person out.
Please
It's alright. He'll pick Aries. It's not a problem. I'll just deal with it. What I'm worried about, it's not a problem.
Well, I think,
plays-
yeah,
There's
Dire
no
Wolves
pro play
don't
support.
take
I'm
it.
sorry, but I don't know enough about the pro players and us, but he'll probably, he doesn't even play support, he'll still pick Aries. He's like, shit, mentality of the brain here is like he got through picks and bans on his first pick. Oh shit, I'm in a 1v1. No. Dude.
1v1 chain fight!
Ow.
Can we set up an Ares versus Ares? Anyway, Knightfall. Crunch time. Make a decision. Be tough, be brutal.
Okay, Dire Wolves gonna win. Just because... Whoa, that's still... that place? Please, rank. I just think there's a stronger team right now. And now I'm gonna be nice because I can't be mean because Silicon is still coming back from that role swap. I think they're still at a weak point right now, but they'll improve, and Dire Wolves gonna take it because of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's the most
Every time I
polite
blink,
way of
it'll be
saying
Silicon
what I
dying.
said.
Every time I... Dead, see? Dead again, right?
Yeah.
Dire Wolves have got this one. I think Dire Wolves have got this one. Sorry, Topnotch. I like you. No, I don't really like you.
Now that you've all had your points of view, I actually think Silicon's going to take this one down.
Oh, boy. He believes.
There you go. There you
He
go.
knows that we know how to click ban on Ares and Amir and win the game.
See, he's a genius. Aries, no, Aries, Adam, exactly. It's perfect.
It's eliminate it all, and then no one knows how to play without Ares. Easy wins.
You see, what I'm teaching these guys here, Matt, is that I'm teaching them that you make everybody else say one thing, then you say the exact opposite, and people love you. There you go. So, they all voted for the shitters Dire Wolves to win at Silicon Sports. Let's go, boys! Let's go, let's do it! Victory. Yeah. If you fail me now, you're done. I'm banning you a character.
Now we're gonna win now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Some motivation.
Alright. And last matchup for the weekend, the week is going to be Exhilarated versus Cracking Up.
Oh, me first.
Okay.
Can I go? Okay.
Go.
Exhilarated's going to win, no question. They're just simply the better team now, with Maxon as well in the jungle. I mean,
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, even Funky's come out and admit he hasn't been playing the best, and now that was kind of their weak spot. Now they've got a premier jungler. I can't see any way Cracking Up wins a game in this. I mean, it'd be, yeah. Exhilarated going to win, no question. They're too strong.
I
Please
think if Elkiro
He's standing firm
picks
now.
Bakasura again and goes 13-2 again, then yeah. I think I got this one too. Exhilarated got it. They just, like you said, the better team, and yep.
Was that better, Hindu?
Well, yeah. That's not a hard one. That's like say
no.
Flag versus London Conspiracy. You know, it's like first versus last. Good job.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. You chose to pick the first team over the last team. It was better though. Gotta be fair. Better. good luck to cracking up. I've actually seen some of their games because now and again people will send me them and I get. To
I
watch
saw
them.
that.
I
Very
do try
interesting.
one. I do try. When I get
You
sent them.
did Mr. Digital, and then you did Just Laney from Citadel as well. He was very appreciative of that. He said to give you a shout out. He's been harassing me.
And Ickle Bognok has been
Oh
harassing
my
me.
god.
There's like 5 people
There
here like,
it
oh my
is.
god, I want to say hi to Hindu, make Hindu follow my stream, and oh my god. They're like, just
No one ever asked me to follow their stream.
You can
I've
do what
actually-
Horizon did and send him a VOD to review. Horizon actually sent him one of the
There you
the open letter, invitation letter qualifier games for Hindu to review on stream.
And did you?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
honestly, once send me to be a replay, I will try and go over it. I can't get it over in EU, so as long as there's not been a patch, I can look over the replay and I give advice back. I didn't realize they were competitive games though, because generally I try and stay clear of doing that for the EU boys and stuff. But just because I'm giving
This
away
was-
tips and tricks of the enemy team, technically.
This wasn't a competitive game so much. This was
I-
actually there was a qualifying tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't exactly the tournament itself, but yeah, send your rank games. Well, even send your normal games, and just anything, and Hindu will obviously review that as well. All right, that's us up to date with the Invitational League. Let's switch on to this week of the Smite Pro League. Because everyone is chasing those sexy fantasy points. Hindu last night
Yeah.
unlocked the Nemesis skin, was it?
Yeah, I've not played. No, I've played as many
I did
games as I
too.
wanted to. So yeah, I've done Nemesis skin last night. I'm 8 for 10 so far, boys. 8 for 10.
He's doing better than me.
I'm
And the only
10
reason
for 10.
the reason I'm only 9 for I wouldn't be 9 for 10 is because I got misinformation. Because I heard that Allied was going to DM's wedding, which he did, but he wasn't going to be playing in the AFK game, and he was.
But it,
And I originally
laptop.
bet 1-1 because I expected it to go 1-1, and it did go 1-1. But then I heard Allied wasn't playing, so I was like, well, it's going to be TSM 2-0 because he subbed him. So very sad. Thanks a lot, Allied and DM. Bastards.
All right, well,
Lost
let's
fantasy.
open us up with the North American first game of the week. It's going to be Enemy Esports versus TSM. Well, Hindu, this is your scene, so you get to open us up here.
Where the hell are we looking? Where are you looking? Week 2.
Week 2.
That was over.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Was
What?
it? No, day 2.
No.
Day 2 is over. Sorry, excuse me. My
yeah,
bad.
day 2's over. Should we talk about day 3 first, so people can still change
Okay.
their tickets in time?
Okay, let's talk about day 3. That's a good idea. I
Yeah.
should have thought of
That's-
that. Good job.
Alright, so we got Epsilon versus Upcoming Stars.
That's. I think. Who's gonna win that one?
I'm interested
Epsilon.
to hear opinions from the Aussies now because if it's
Yeah.
this is dead polite and stuff, I'm excited.
don't-
Let's go.
I don't.
They need to pick Ymir against Ares.
Epsilon, easy wins.
Yeah, I think Epsilon.
Easy
Against
wins.
2 upcoming stars.
Upcoming
Stars.
Stars.
I don't know. I'm thinking Epsilon, but then I don't know. I don't know too much about upcoming, but I heard Epsilon are really good, so probably them.
I watched a little bit of Upcoming Stars games against in the spring split. They're a little bit disappointing. I think I was hoping they'd be better than what they were, and I've heard really good things about Epsilon, and so I think Epsilon will take it.
Yes. Is it going to be? Is it 2-0, 1-1? It's 2-0. You thinking 2-0?
2-0. Chat's
I think
saying
2-0.
the same too.
Yeah, 2-0.
Interesting. A sausage.
Who's that?
boys.
Yeah,
Who's
Sausage
next?
was in here before.
Yeah, he
Topnotch.
was watching
Yes,
on
Fred?
yesterday too.
Says 2-0.
2-0 from
Everyone
you
says
as well?
2-0.
Yeah,
He-
2-0. Epsilon.
My boy Raph is gonna go ham.
Wait, that was just for Epsilon? You didn't say another one because I tuned out for a
So
second.
that was Epsilon. Epsilon.
Okay.
That, yeah, Epsilon.
I'm looking forward to the Night's Watch just because of the name.
Yeah.
They should have a K in there though.
Yeah, very funny enough. Well, so Night's Watch versus Dig.
Yeah, this will actually be a pretty good game. I think I picked Dig 2-0 though.
Against who?
Yeah. Night's Watch.
Night's
Night's Watch
Watch.
against Dig.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Young Bay,
I think I'll
so
also
I've
like
picked Dig.
Do you know the Night's Watch roster? Or you're not sure?
I think
I did watch the
Zin-
qualifying
Zinden?
episode.
Ninja Boba.
Zinden,
boys.
NQ,
He's in chat. Hi,
Zinden,
Zinden.
NQ, Moex, Carino. So a lot of those players are like ex-pros on former teams.
Yeah.
And some of them have been on with members of Team Dignitas as well. So they're not a bad team. They've come up from Challenger. I don't think it's going to be that easy though. I've put this down as a 1-1 at the best. Maybe slightly favouring Team Dignitas, but I still put it as a 1-1. I think this could go either way. It's really, really close between these two, I think. I don't think Dignitas looked very well during the re-qualifiers in the relegation battles. They didn't do very well against the Pappies, if you all saw that series. So yeah, it's gonna be tight between these two. I think Dignitas have definitely got a couple of things they need to work through and sort out in the way they play, especially after what they did against Pappies. Because Frezzy picked Aries.
Alright, and let's round out our last game of week 1 with Legion of Carrots, and they're up against Cognitive. So,
Cog. Unless Legion can pull out something really good and really unexpected, then Cog.
maybe it'll be Ymir into an Aries.
Yeah, maybe. Just hope they pick Ares and then, yeah. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
If they pick Ymir into that area, though.
Cog are just better again.
Or Anubis.
I think the thing with Legion of Carrots up against Cognitive is I think these teams are about equal level in terms of ability. Legion came up from the Challenger scene, and they've got some really good members on their team there who are looking pretty strong. They comfortably finished second in the Challenger Cup after facing Eager for the Challenger Cup series. And Eager dominated, but they dropped games, did Eager, to Legion. So Legion are not a weak team, especially how good Eager looked yesterday. With a substitute in, you can't not give credit to the boys of Legion for actually being a good team. It's going to depend on the jungle, though, DJ Pernicus, to see whether he can not get shut down, because he has a lot of carry potential. But the other boys in that team aren't that weak. I've got this 1-1 again. It feels like I'm sitting on the fence with some of these, but it's technically the right way to really look at it, you know? It's like you can't give one side an advantage in a best of two. I feel it'll probably go 1-1.
Interesting.
You guys got any more comments as well to back up that?
I think it kind of lives and dies with Pern, whether Legion wins it or not. Like if Pern's feeling good, they'll take it 2-0. If he's lacking a little bit, it might be 1-1 or 2-0 to Cog.
I think
Interesting.
that's going to be mirrored across the board. All right, well, let's walk our way skibbity-scoobid up into Week 2. Don't forget you can click on the drop-down menu at the top of your season ticket to change over to Week 2 and start picking your, Week 2 all the way right through to Week 7 results right now, so you don't have to wait. You can get straight into those ones. Enemy versus TSM. It's going to be the first match of the week. Topnotch, talk to me about Enemy.
No, Trig versus Upcoming is the first one.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think
Please,
they played at
please
the
rank.
same time, I think.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
not
like-
my end.
Really?
The
Just
showing
on
on my end.
On the link we've got, it says that they're at the same time.
I'm in client, that's why. Sorry.
Yeah.
The EU games always come up before NA games, boys. Come on,
Yeah.
come on now. Come on now.
Jesus,
We've
Rank.
got that time zone issue. Come on.
I think it's hard to say that TSM won't take that 2-0. I mean, like TSM are just a league ahead of Enemy.
I like Snoopy. He grew a beard. He looks cool.
Yeah.
I like his beard.
He looks older now.
Yeah. It's like me. If I shaved, I'd look like 15. That's why I don't.
I'm calling this whole week. I'm calling it the week of 2 hours. That's what I'm calling this week. This is the week of. Honestly, this is going to sound brutal, but this is the week of free fantasy points. That's what this is. The week of free fantasy points. It's like, listen, guys, if you need fantasy points, back this. The odds of you losing are very, very slim. And if you do lose, what the fuck happened to those teams? That's all you need to know. It's that simple.
Alrighty, so let's go over to our EU matches then, which we probably should have started on. Upcoming Stars versus Trig Esports. Trig Esports, I think, is going to be the core. Nothing much to say there. Here's your free fantasy points, boys. Grab them whilst you can. They're hot off the presses. Moving forward to Saturday and day number 2 of play. Epsilon Esports versus London Conspiracy. God, I love London Conspiracy as an org. But let's start the conversation and banter on this one.
But before we do, where did they get the name London Conspiracy? Like every time I heard the name, I was like, "That's a really long name. I wonder where they came up with it."
It's an official sponsor.
Oh.
It's not like made up. It's actually an official sponsor called London Conspiracy. It's not something that is as prominent in the MOBA industry as it is in other areas of gaming, but it's moved into Smite now, and that's why they've been picked up. They've got really nice looking sweaters that have come out as well. The jerseys look pretty cool. And as a sponsor, they're doing good things for the boys of London Conspiracy. So it's good to have them in the scene. Different sponsors is always good, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's new blood, new life, freshness instead of the same old TSMs and Cloud9s. And...
yeah.
Yeah.
Avant-gardes.
Avant-gardes.
Vox Seminole.
Top-notch.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Alright, so picks for London Conspiracy versus Epsilon. Who's
London.
going to be the one to bravely lose their fantasy points and respect? Or gain them?
London have got it. They just...
Yep.
I think.
No, I think
No?
Epsilon's got that more than London Conspiracy.
Really?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay.
Smite esports.
Oh, wait.
Let me... Just a moment. While I look at things. Hindu's face when I said that was like, what?
He's
I was
from New
like,
Zealand, don't
hold on
pay
a
any
minute.
attention to him.
Yeah, I live in New Zealand.
I guess it's free fantasy points for people who know the scene, I guess, but...
Oh,
I'm a
What
filthy
the
casual.
oh,
like...
Nightfall. Man, you catch any more shit today, you'll turn into a sewage tank.
I'm
Fuck
sorry,
yeah,
man.
man. It's gonna happen. Oh, okay. I see.
He's doing a little better than your Tinder profile there, HughZ.
Yeah.
Get Rick. That's not a good thing.
Second
Probably.
game for Saturday of next weekend is going to be Ego versus Denial Esports. Pretty comfortably going to say Ego here, I think, boys.
Yeah, I like Eager. I like Zapman. I think he's playing really well. Lassus as well in the mid. I think he's doing very good things at the moment. I'm not as caught up on the scene as I would like to be. I freely admit that. But from what I've seen of Eager, they looked really, really strong.
The last game, Shadowq didn't do too well on Barkus the other day. Like, I saw it and I'm like, what's happening? Something's wrong. But, yeah. That was weird. When they lost to... Who were they against? I forgot who they were against. Cloud9? Okay, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, they were against Cloud9, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, Ego, I think. Just because Zapman Senpai.
Carry us.
I agree with you here too. Honestly, I'm for Ego for this one. 2-0 to Ego. I think Denial is strong. I think this is going to be a lot closer than people think, though, between these two, as Ego is still working through the transition. It sounds really weird for me to say, but he's still working through the transition of Lasses to mid lane and Deoceide to the jungle and things. But they're playing really, really well, Ego at the moment. And they are scrim partners with AFK. And you can see how good AFK are right now, that they're able to take games off TSM consistently. The LAN, first of all, and then just last week we saw them 1-1 during that. So it shows that AFK is strong. And Ego and AFK have been scrimming for a long time together. They are practice buddies. So I'm going with Ego here as well. I think Denial can potentially upset, but I still think it's the 2-0 to Ego.
Yep.
And then potentially another close match for the week, Cognitive versus Cloud9. Cognitive, yeah, they've had phases and spurts of brilliance over the last sort of 6 months, but Cloud9 are also looking strong as well.
Yeah, I'm going Cloud9 for this one. I mean, the current reigning world champions, they were part of COG until the start of this season, I think, or maybe a little bit before. I think this will be also kind of a... I think both teams will really want to win this one, because just like the match during the regular season, because new COG team wants to prove, hey, we're an upgrade, like, we can do the things that you did, and then Cloud9s want to be like, no, you can't, we won worlds. So, and I just see Cloud9 winning this one. Like, I hear all the time in the SPL streams about Anders Stern. I've watched lots of his games, and he's just a mechanical god at Smite. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen an Anders Stern skin of something of some kind, because he just can play everyone. And I don't see anyone in Cloud9 losing out to anyone in COG. Like, they're all just extremely good players.
I like Cloud9 a lot because Barracuda and MLC Stealth. Stealth, please. Stealth. What was that, Ray?
He was raising his ickles. He was raising his ickles.
I think I'll go Cloud9 as well. I mean, I don't see any differences. I still think the boys on Cognitive are a good team. And like HughZ said, I kind of agree with him. Like, he's going to be one of these things where it's like new brand versus old brand, you know, of the cognitive industry. So they both got things to prove. Like, yeah, we're now Cloud9, and we're going to be, you know, the new cog to show that we're strong. But the boys on cog were picked up by cog for a reason. They are a pretty good team, honestly. Some of these guys have been around before. HI-REZ is one to definitely watch out on the support role. Homefe or Homify, whichever way you say it, people still can't decide. In the jungle, now that he's moved there because Mask has left the team for reasons, which we all are aware of. But now that he's joined the team, maybe we'll see some adaptation from them. They should have had time to really prep with him, but probably not as much time. Like, it goes back to the eager point, you know? It's like they've had roster swaps, you know? And so have Cognitive. With the roster swaps, it takes time to mold, and it can take a long time to mold and get, you know, the comfortability of every single kink out of the armor, so you know how you play as a team. So, I think Cloud9 will definitely take it 2-0, but I don't think Cognitive should be written off for the whole season by any stretch.
Cool beans.
Alrighty, moving along to the third and final day of SPL for obviously week number 2. It's going to be Dignitas versus Titan opening up the show, and this should be an interesting game again.
I'm a Titan fanboy, so I want to pick Titan. I like the move of Ataraxia and Confrey switching, although, I don't know, I really liked Ataraxia as a hunter, but number of people have talked to me about how they thought Confrey was maybe the weak link on that team, maybe, and so maybe moving into the hunter role might suit his style of play a little bit better. Yeah, I really like Titan, but it'll be a tough match, but I like Titan for this one.
I like Titan a lot too, because Ataraxia once said hi to me in his chat. So that's my reasoning.
Or they will win.
Yeah, they're gonna win. Can
I safely say, Hindu, you have a new fan?
Oh god.
Because I said hi.
Yeah.
I can't. Knightfall got shit talked by me earlier because I'm like, I guess you don't know the scene. So I don't know how he could turn around and be like, be a fan now. Like, I got shit talked by Hindu, so I like
I'm a fan of everyone. Except the Smite Reddit right now for but let's avoid
you
that.
don't want us to talk about it, now you're bringing it up.
Don't forget, if you want to
Just
check
had
out
to
the
put it
Smite
out
Reddit, Smite Oceanic Reddit.
Let's not do that.
reddit.com/r/Smite Oceanic.
All the top posts are definitely worth reading. All the comments as well,
Especially the tipping posts. Now that we've given you your tipping details for the Oceanic tipping competition, jump there, have a crack at it, see how much.
Have a cracking up at it.
Oh my god.
Make rank proud.
It's the little things.
Well, Padawan. Soon we shall rule the Empire. Okay.
Alright. Okay then.
On to Nightfall's Watch and versus Fnatic.
No.
I'm so glad you didn't ask me about that game because I didn't want to talk about that one because I was like, this is that Titan versus Dignitas one because I was like, yeah, this is the week of 3 points. And I'm like, shit, I didn't actually look at that game. I was like,
yeah.
I actually think Titan versus Dig is going to be really close, honestly. I have given them to Titan based off performances. The Titan beat them in Season 1 and also Dignitas' performance against the Pappies and didn't look that strong. I may change my vote on that, though. I think, honestly, that game you should probably wait for Week 1's game of Night's Watch versus Dignitas tomorrow, or today, should I say. Tomorrow for you guys, right? Yeah, it's tomorrow for you guys, today for me. Wait for that game, first of all. When that game's over with between Night's Watch and Dignitas, see how strong Dignitas look then. Then you might have to make your decision on Week 2. If Dignitas have fixed the issue that they had against the Pappies, which is getting pooped on, then they should be better, and that could make the Titan versus Dignitas game closer. At the moment, I've got it 2-0 Titan based off the performances, but see how the game goes first. That's my little tip for you guys. See how this week game goes against Nice Watch.
All right. Well, Night's Watch also need to play their Week 1 game, which we just mentioned. Segway! And they're up against Fnatic. They've got their backs against the wall, and they might be riding a Segway into an O2 week again.
Someone else can start this time.
Just put Fnatic down. Like, listen. If Fnatic are playing a game, guys, give them 2-0. Alright, that's my advice for the rest of the season right now. I'll do that now. Fnatic are like, they're just progressing more and more. The issues they've had as a team over the years from being SK are slowly being corrected and being evolved to a standard of like, holy shit, this is number 1 EU, right? This is number 1 EU. They take games away from North America consistently. They force American teams into best of 5s pretty much every single time that they face them. Or they beat the North American teams. On top of that, the issues that they've had with like the solo laner of Maniac not having a big god pool, that's been deleted. Badger being known as the best person to get first blood on and is a tasty treat for 300 gold at the start of the game, that's been deleted as well. He's also learned to play that Geb game I saw from him yesterday, his first game. I've never seen him play Geb on that level before. Normally he's dead for about 25 minutes. He would have done a DM impersonation. That's gone away. Like that's generally where some of the things are, and Fnatic could just evolve into a standard now where I don't think the other teams can catch them. If Trig had issues with them yesterday, I watched those games back. Trig didn't really touch them. They didn't really scare them to an extent in that game, and I think Trig were their biggest opposition. Maybe Epsilon could give them a show. I think that's the only team that really could, but it depends on Epsilon's mentality. I think Fnatic should clean sweep. I expect a clean sweep for Fnatic. So if you see Fnatic on here, vote for him. You're probably going to get 3 fantasy points.
Seconded.
Not expecting... the only thing I could see happening with the Fnatic throughout the season is potentially that cockiness play. And that has crept into teams in the past, but you don't really expect it from Fnatic. Fnatic should be better than that. They should be better than that, but it has happened in the past, so... That's... I reckon they'll lose 1 game somewhere, but it'll be only 1 game for the entire season.
Which if you put all your SPL picks into Fnatic, right, and you lose 1 game out of all those weeks, I'm down. You know, it's worth, right? It's the gamble that you're taking. So, and most of these things you want to generally pick 2-0 for the safety factor, right? Because picking 1-1, you may pick them the wrong way around and be like, well, I got 50-50, but I picked them the wrong way around.
Exactly right.
It's better to guarantee on 1 team. But it's more fun to pick the 1-1s and try and pick out, well, I think these will be stronger in game 1. You know, that's more exciting, at least in my eyes. But
my strategy. Hinduman confirms it.
Our last game of the SPL Week 2. It's going to be Legion of Carrots, the Carroty Legion versus AFK. Maybe they'll be going AFK whilst they chase carrots. Maybe that'll help them, but...
That was a little strained. Strained carrots. I think AFK. They look really strong. Let's be real.
Let's be honest here. I think that's easy.
Let's be honest.
Okay. Yeah, lesbi.
Well, I was suggesting...
Allied won't be on a laptop anymore.
There's a multitude of reasons why it's AFK in my eyes as well. I've gone AFK 2-0. And it's literally... Legion faced Eager 7 weeks ago. 7 weeks in a row, pretty much. I think there was like 1 or 2 where they didn't compete or whatever, or they didn't make it. Actually, they faced them 5 times, and Eager won every single one. Right? Eager scrim regularly with AFK gaming. And Eager won every matchup that Legion and them faced. Equals AFK beat Legion. Math. There we go. Sorted. I just mathed you, chat. There you go.
Unknown in Australia.
Yeah.
So remember, if you lose that matchup and they do end up going 1-1 or they go 2-0 in favor of Legion of Carrots, to remember to make sure to send all your BM directly to @HI-REZ Hinduman on Twitter.
Do it. No problem. No problem.
Confidence.
All right. I think
I don't care about BM. That's the issue. Like, BM's BM. I'm like, okay, good for you. Keep buying gems. Smiley face.
I'm buying gems. I'm gonna log on to Smite after the show and buy gems just because that was said. The Wang Yu LAN Cafe was held in Sydney today. HughZ, you're our Sydney guy. Do you have any information on this?
Well, I didn't go to the LAN today. I did go to a meetup at the cafe about a month ago. It's a really cool event. Really cool place. I'm not sure how the event went though, or who won, or any of the details. It was a little bit difficult to organise. Yeah, I tried to organise it first, and then HI-REZ took over. So I'm very glad that he did that. And yeah, like the venue is really cool, and the owner of the cafe really wants to bring Smite in to sort of League of Legends crowds, and show them, hey, look at this one, we're better, so, kind of thing. And yeah, like I don't. It's a really cool location. It's not too far from Town Hall Station if you live in Sydney. It's about a 5-minute walk. I mean, that's that's like my daily exercise. So go out. You can get fit while playing Smite, guys. And one day you can look like this. And yeah, it's like 5 minutes from Town Hall Station. Good prices for membership and stuff like that. It's an actual cafe as well, so you can get food and drinks and stuff while you're there. At the computers as well, guys. You can drink at the computers and eat at the computers. Pretty cool. And all the staff and stuff there are very friendly. So I'd say definitely check it out if you have the chance.
When you say drinks, what kind of drinks?
Not alcoholic drinks, cafe drinks.
What?
I know, I was
listen
disappointed
out,
as well.
Listen out.
We don't have any of those in Australia.
Have a word.
We don't have any alcoholic
mean,
beverages.
Like, add
We
the,
don't-
add the
don't have
alcohol to the mix.
alcohol.
and I'll tell you what, that place
Hindu,
will be full.
they don't do a pat down search at the door. You just bring in a little hip flask and then you make yourself your own little bar at the table.
Can I
You're
just
going
point
to the
something
back room
out?
next time you go in. I'm just saying,
Guys, there's been brought to my attention that the Smite Oceanic Reddit has gone under.
It has a style change.
It's been changed.
Oh.
And Hindu, you have to click on it.
It looks like we joined the Night's Watch. Everything's black.
Designed by Hindu. Yo, it's so much easier. It's so much easier to read. Like I'm actually no, it's still colourful. It's still like look down to the left hand side. Orange and purples and yellows and blues. What are we doing all that crap for? Like I like the black at the top. It reminds me of my soul. It's good. And underneath my eyes, it's perfect. Yep,
I was about to say, where does it say? Where does it say designed by Hindu? And then it's the title.
It's right at the top. I'm down for this. It's nice. It's nice and simple. I can see the text that I want to read. This is a good update. This is a good update. You're moving forward, Oceana, already. I'm expecting your mayor next, and things will go well. Things will go well.
One day we'll discover that ADCs do damage as well, and then things will really start blowing up.
That happens? I'm playing the wrong lane.
Apparently they carry.
Oh, by the way, Hindu, Richard Castle wasn't in the chat before when you like chatted him up before and
It's too late
stuff.
now.
And he's now.
It's
Do you
out.
wanna?
What are you gonna get? Like,
No.
give someone a shout out if they're not here. It's tough shit. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, we don't repeat what we say. Wish to VOD Richard Castle, you shitter.
And our last, actually, we've got two tokens, two things left to talk about before we move into Twitch chat questions. Ratatoska is how you say that name. Remember
Is
that.
it?
Hindu, try it in your accent.
Where did you get that from? Ratatoska. Where did you get that from?
It's
Ratatoska.
written-
That's how Dry Bear said it.
Really?
Oh, don't listen to how Americans say it. Like, geez,
It's Ratatoska, isn't it?
How do you say it?
It's- right, you can either say Ratatoska or you can say Ratatosk. Drop the R, okay?
Yeah.
You can drop the R and just say
Ratatosk.
Ratatosk.
Rata.
Right?
Like Ratatouille, guys. Come on.
No,
Kind of like Ratatosk. It's
Yeah.
really simple. But yep, he's coming. He's coming. Circuit 2.0, boys. The Teemo of Smite is here. I can't
Pretty
wait to
much.
rip his fucking squirrely head off. That's what I'm excited. Every day, Thanatos, every day now. Just destroy squirrels. All these new squirrel junglers are going to be everywhere, right? And you just pick big bruises and shit on his face like people are trying to work out how to work it. And then when people work out his OP, you ban that shit. That's how we do that. That's how we deal with it, boys.
And then you pick Ares because he's been banned.
Then you pick Ares, and then he can't dash. Then he can't dash. See?
Oh,
Bad news
so I
is, just as a heads up, when you do use Ratatosk's ultimate, you can't be pulled out of the sky with no escape. So
Oh, damn. That'd be so much fun to see. Screw falling out of the...
so happy you could. I wish you could put Ram down.
that would be awesome. I mean, it would completely destroy him in lane. I mean, always Ares. Ares would be even more OP than he currently is.
It would make for a really cool scrap from
Ice Age.
I say.
that one.
There
Yeah,
you
because
go.
that'd be cool. You just
Yeah.
get dragged out of the sky by Ares and be just like, "Rah!" And then
Bring
find
in the impressions.
Anyway,
I hate cute stuff. I really hate it. I'm not excited to have to cast a little squirrel running around the map killing people.
You must really hate rank then.
Oh.
I just called you cute, Rank. I called you cute. It's a compliment.
He may look like a squirrel, but he's not cute.
Rank looks like a squirrel. Like
steal everyone's nuts. That was my crime. That was why I was sent here. Anyway,
so that's what Rank did. Organ harvesting.
Move on, boys.
It's not the only thing you hate. Hinduman got beaten to a pulp by a lady in Dark Souls 2,
Yo,
and
this
all she
game-
had was a ladle.
Oh,
No.
Get
This
ready.
game, right?
Get
This
ready.
game, my chat was like, yo, you should play Dark Souls 2 while you're in queue. So I went to the effort of getting a controller because I didn't own a controller for my PC. Why would I need it? PC Master Race, right? But this game required a controller, supposedly. I got a controller. I didn't realize I had to get a wired controller. So then I had to pay more money to get a wireless adapter for my PC. Shouts for that. Then I bought Dark Souls 2, installed it, and went, what the fuck is this? Walked in, chose my character. This dog, for anyone who's played it, you'll know this experience of walking around randomly. Oh, these weird dog things. Try and hit them, they run away. Go into a room, there's ladies there. Old ladies talk shit about you. You pick your character. I press right trigger to swing my sword, accidentally hit a woman, and then for the next 15 respawns, there's a woman that keeps hitting me with a ladle over and over again, and I can't kill her. And I'm like, really? Is this?
What, did you
is this
propose
the
to her or
world
something?
of Dark Souls? No, I hit the old woman. I hit an old woman, and then this woman with a ladle just beat me to death 15 times in a row. I respawned, and I walked back in the room and, hi, I apologize for, ow, ow, ow. It happened 15 times in a row. I went, fuck this game. So I had to restart. I'd done 10 seconds in the game. Literally 10 seconds. And I died 15 times. Like, wow, such entertainment. Much wow. Must play again. Who does that? Who plays games like that? That doesn't make sense to me. But I finally got past her because I restarted and didn't hit an old woman. Adaptation.
there you go, kids. Life advice: don't hit old ladies.
Don't hit
Adaptation.
on old ladies.
I mean, well, each
It's
their
on
own, Rank.
What the fuck?
Or sheep. Don't do that.
Why is it always back to fucking sheep?
Don't approach them from behind. They kick out really hard. Can lose
And
something
then they'll
vital.
send you a afterwards as well.
Yeah, as well.
Okay. Yeah, so Redatosk. Thoughts, ideas, favorite part of Hindu. Tell us what's your favorite part about Redatosk.
It's his looks, right?
That we can kill him. Honestly, one of the most interesting things about Ratatosk that I think is going to be interesting is about the Acon. The item that he's going to get in his inventory is going to allow him to pick one of 4 different abilities, changes to his abilities, right? So he'll either get some CC, he'll either get extra damage potential, or he'll get heal, which is another one which is really big. And it's very cost efficient for what he's getting out of it because it's quite a cheap item at the moment. It's on PTS, so it may change. The cost values may change. The stats on this may change going forward. Maybe from my eyes right now, they probably need to look at making sure these acorns are different valued based off what they're given. Because I expect a lot of people will probably go for the heal. Honestly, I think the heal's their strongest one. This could be available to them, but then they lose CC based off it. But then if you can't die because you can dash everywhere, like Circuit 2.0, then HI-REZ is definitely going to be good against this god.
As has been mentioned in
I'm excited.
as has been mentioned in chat, which is also personally my favorite part of Ratatoska, is being able to yell out every time you hit someone with your 2 is "These nuts" every single time. I'm looking forward to that.
Can you just see me and HughZ casting together, and Ratatosk is going to hit a nut, and we're just both going to go, "These nuts! Yes! Yes, nuts!"
The puns are gonna be so bad. Like,
We're going to go absolutely nutty.
like I saw on Twitter, Smite
That's
game.
not on Rat.
Don't start yet. God damn.
We'll have to hide ourselves away for winter.
Shut the fuck. Like,
I'm not going there.
It's shut the fuck up. I can't even get a goddamn sentence out.
It's not even funny.
Thank you, Hindu. Put them in their place.
I said it's not even funny. But
I'm just gonna
Nightfall.
You fell for that Nightfall.
see you later. Bye.
Baited.
Yeah, we just did internet bro fist. Top Notch.
Not the first time.
Yes, friend.
Let's give you a chance to talk about this one.
About Ratatosk?
Yes.
I don't want it to ever happen. I just no, no. There's so many stupid things that god can do. I don't want to ever see it.
The best quote I ever saw was from I think it was Shadow Nightmare from Dignitas turning around and went, the HI-REZ would make really cool gods, but they seem to sometimes forget there's a competitive scene. And I completely agree with that statement. So I can totally get it from a pro player's aspect.
Yeah, no, please don't. It should be removed before it even comes to PTS. I don't want to see it.
He's
Alright,
so
so coming,
small as well. Like he's tiny. Hitting that little furry thing is gonna be like impossible.
That
You
little
used to
thing.
hit it very thing, though.
To make it shut the fuck. To make it worse, is he can dash goddamn six times no cooldown. Like what the? He's so mobile and he's so tiny. You're not gonna be able to hit him. And then he's gonna kill you with his massive damage, and then he's gonna jump away on his fucking trees. Like,
Why would he jump away? Like, what he's going to do is going to put flurry of acorns on the ground, right? Then he's going to dash at the first guy, dash through the second guy, dash through the third guy. Meanwhile, now he's hit the third guy, the acorns are now traveling towards him, right? So, the first guy's now getting hit by acorns. Then he dashes to the fourth guy. The second guy's getting hit by acorns. He dashes to the fifth guy. The third guy's getting hit by acorns. He dashes back to the fourth guy. The acorns catch up with him. And then he's like, you're dead. Shit on me. He doesn't even need to use his ultimate. That's what I can see. Or maybe the fifth guy lives, right? Because he only hit him with what the dash once, right? So instead, what does he do? He heals off that guy and laughs in his face. Like, where's your team at, bro? And then he AoEs turns up round the back and kills him. And it's like, GG, well played, boys. GG, well played.
I can just see that happening.
Much wow, such bannerinos. There we go.
Alright, so
It's gonna
the
happen.
new god to be replacing HI-REZ on the Oshi ban list is coming out in the near future.
I think.
Hopefully he'll also be counterable by Ymir, and then we won't have to learn two gods to counter two different gods that we're going to have clearly trouble with. Right!
Whoa. HI-REZ is gonna counter him, because if you land a chain, that's a cripple. He can't dash. Boom!
Yeah, but if HI-REZ is banned,
Not
that's
knowledge
OCE.
bomb.
No, because now Hindu said the Ymir thing, so now they're double thinking. Now they're thinking, oh, do we ban him or do we pick him to counter Ratatosk? You know?
And then we're back to square one, and we're just
games,
right where we are now.
Exactly.
Except we're
We're actually picking
Ratatosk.
areas to countering Ratatosk already, like we're working on it in advance.
I know.
Instead of being behind, we're so far behind, we've gone into the future. It's like a weird Back to the Future kind of thing.
Alright. Small mention of charity stream next week for Nepal. Twitch.tv/40hourfamineNZ. Got some fantastic guys. Knightfall. What's the lowdown on this sort of stuff?
Charity streams?
Yeah.
I love them. I'll link it real quick. This guy does a lot of charity streams, and the next one is next week, Saturday or Sunday, I'm not too sure. He'll probably announce it on the Facebooks, on the Twitters probably. And yeah, he just does charity streams, and he actually helped me make some t-shirts as well, which was awesome, and a very, very appreciated. Charity streams are awesome. This one's going to Nepal, and it's going to be awesome. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Boom. Also,
And
HughZ.
yes.
Yeah. So, another thing. Citadel Gaming is running a top 5 plays of the week competition where anyone can enter. So if you've gotten like a really cool pentakill, a steal, or just done something really amazing in casuals, I mean that's the only place I can play. Then and the match is recorded, then you can win the competition. At the moment, there's no prizes. We're looking to get some gems or something like that to give out each week. But anyone can enter, and also if you see a cool play from the Invitational League or the Oceanic Pro League, you can submit that as well. And everyone loves to be appreciated, and we'd like to put you in some nice limelight. So be a link in chat, hopefully, where you can try and submit your plays if you want to. And yeah, it should be really cool. We're hoping to get that up and running this week.
Make sure if you submit your plays and they're not of you, if there's someone in your game and you're the one recording that, that's fine, just do that. But if they're of somebody else, like the Invitational League, or if they're of Hindu absolutely BMing the crap out of DM Brandon, make sure you ask the people first. Check with them or send them some credit or something. Do like that.
It's
Exactly
not
right.
BM if it's true. Just remember that. It's not BM if it's true.
Don't just send in people's VODs and they don't
Send
know.
in your mare pooping on HI-REZ, please. Just send in loads of your mares pooping on HI-REZ.
First week is just going to be...
All your mere plays.
Top plays of the week. Your mare kills HI-REZ. Your mare kills again. Your mare poops on HI-REZ and HI-REZ size. Poseidon crackens HI-REZ and your mare keeps him frozen in place. GG,
And finally, our bonus quip of the week, it's Richard Castle plays Ymir against Ares.
That'll be a sight. That'll be something to see.
Alright, okay, I think that's where we're up to. Right, you've got 10 minutes of questions, anything for any of us, or of course our special guest this week, Hinduman. Thank you again for joining us before you take any viewer questions, but now we're going to submit you to the wrath of chat.
Oh, good luck, bro.
HF, bro.
I'm used to the wrath of chat. Don't worry about it.
I have a question while the delay is going.
You're not in
Don't
chat.
worry, it's actually an appropriate question. Okay.
We'll put it in chat.
You know the rules, Knightfall. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
submit
getting
myself.
special treatment.
What?
Alright.
You...
This one's from Proxy. This one's from Proxy Hindu.
I thought I was joking.
I know.
Oh god.
I
Okay.
just went through that to make you look like the bad guy.
I
got-
know the
oh.
So
Okay, I
seriously,
don't know if I want that one.
what do you think about strategy changing? Like, if you, for example, go like early lane 3 push the solo lane, take down the tower real quick, and then double jungle like they do in like League of Legends or something. Would that be a thing that you see in Smite?
The problem with that is the reason you see it in League of Legends and you don't see it in Smite so much is basically the towers aren't as valuable in terms of how the map will play out at the start. Like, if you take a tier 1 tower, you're going to get 100 gold, right? For
That's
each
true.
person on the team.
Yeah.
100 gold isn't that much, but what you can actually end up doing is lane freezing is a big thing that can happen. And if the enemy team can abuse that to their advantage, they can play very safe on their side of the map, which means that they don't have to, you've got to overextend or make that worthwhile elsewhere. The jungle's only so much, you know? So what's that person going to do? Say you do it in solo lane, yeah? You take down the tower in solo lane, so their solo lane freezes, and then what does your solo laner then do? Twiddle his thumbs, rotate mid, and soak experience from the mid laner. There's also getting experience soaked from the support. There's also getting experience soaked from the jungler, and then you've got 4 men soaking experience in mid. You could go for the hard push strategy and try and take multiple towers down, but then your composition is going to suffer late game because of it. And like one Poseidon, one Agni on the enemy team will be able to clear the wave so quickly, you're not going to get much chance to really push it down and make it as effective as you think for the hard push. I think that's it's one of the reasons we don't really see the push down one lane hard and get a Phoenix early strategy, because it's very difficult to try and pull off in Smite just because of how wave clear works, honestly, more than anything else, and lane freezing can be a bit more effective. I think in like other games like in League of Legends, wave clearing's a little bit weaker in the early game, so you can get that effectiveness of the hard push because nobody can wave clear as effective. Someone like best example is someone like Morgana from League of Legends. Her pool is pretty her W is pretty strong at wave clear, but it's still not strong enough to clear the wave out in full. Whereas someone like Poseidon's whirlpool would be at about the same level.
Okay, interesting.
Interdusting.
Interesting. Yes, indeed.
All right, this one comes from chat as well.
Here we
I believe it was Alpha Dojo, maybe? I'm not sure. But
Mm-hmm.
who do you rate as the 4 best teams in Smite right now?
Oh, that's really rough.
Yeah.
That's really rough. Like, I can't really talk about Oceania, China, or Brazil because I don't know them well. All I can really talk about is EU and NA. Fnatic, I still think TSM one of the strongest. I still think Cloud9 one of the strongest. I don't know who to put fourth, though. Fourth is too difficult. I still think Cloud9, TSM are probably some of the top 2 in NA still. AFK looking really strong, though. The potential they're the 4th team. EU-wise, it's kind of really open at who's going to take second in EU this season. I think Fnatic could be first, but I can't give a top 4 right now. I'm sorry. I can give top 3. Top 4. If we're gonna go for the 4th best team, 5 Angry Hindus. There you go. Shout out. Bunch of shit.
This one comes in from
No, change your mind.
Spongizzles.
I know who my 4th team will be. Silicon Sports.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We did it.
I'm
I'm retiring.
Confirmed. Silicon going to Worlds. Confirmed.
Confirmed. The 1v1 face-off for the Devourer's Gauntlet is coming. This one from Spongizzles. Hindu, will you ever make it out of Diamond 3?
If you don't know who Spung is, I do a YouTube series with Spung. He was a bronze player that started playing ranked, and he was so funny to watch that I then made a complete 100% series about him, where we now follow him through every single one of his ranked games, from bronze, and the series is called Bronze to Masters, right? And it's slowly showing his progress of slowly getting better in the game, and we face palm along with him the whole time with his mistakes, and it's very exciting. So, will I ever get Diamond 3? I'm not sure, Spung. We'll see. Will you ever get demoted, which is looking like it's going to happen, Spung? Give a shit. I'm currently Diamond 3, but yeah. Actually, I'm in Diamond 4 still right now. I got demoted again. Rip. Rip. EU's tough. Just saying.
You got out of Diamond 3, bro.
Yeah, I did technically. Fuck you, Spung. I got a Diamond 3. Now. I just keep bouncing between Diamond 3 and 4 at the moment.
All right, this next question comes to us from Laney, from Just Laney, who's the 80 carry from Citadel. Who's the sexiest caster OC? Now, for some background for any EU and Hindu viewers out there, this is something that just randomly happened. Okay, so HughZ was casting at one point, he was just like in the Twitch chat, who's the sexiest caster OC? HughZ, or a ball, I think was the last option.
No, it was HughZ spelled with a Z, HughZ spelled with an ESY, the HughZ, and then something else to do with me. I forget, but yeah. Okay. And then I won that one, so obviously.
Currently,
what a surprise.
The three major casters in OC at the moment.
Now, then there was
HughZ and Knightfall and Timmy, but Timmy's not here, so we can't.
Then there was a second straw poll set up independently for me. I didn't set this one up. And then the votes came in for that one, and HughZ won it again. Public vote, no influence whatsoever. And so HughZ's won it twice now. So
you tagged like 30 people in that post.
No influence whatsoever.
I was just informing my friends within the scene that there was something occurring of which they might like to participate in.
That's how you self-promote. That's not an issue. It's a good idea. It's
Thank
wise.
you.
Sway the
Very
friends.
much.
That's what Twitter's for. I just
Exactly right.
I'm like, yo, I'm doing this. Come shoot it.
Yeah. Twitter, Facebook, anything. Social media is the future.
OCE does. Oceania, does that get classed as New Zealand as well?
Yes, Australia and New Zealand.
Okay. I just had to check because Knightfall is not actually in Australia.
That's why I'm here.
I've learned that so far.
If it wasn't, then I wouldn't be here.
On top of that, that's why we're actually able to bring this broadcast out, because New Zealand has better internet, I guess, than Australia.
That's true.
Everyone has better internet than Australia.
How embarrassing is that you have to...
Slovenia has better internet than Australia. I found that out the other day.
Estonia has better
We've got the 43rd best internet in the world, guys. 43. Next year, let's go for 42. It's Slovenia.
No. We're going to get out of 43rd spot. We're going to attain 44th.
And then we'll move it to Diamond 2.
Alright,
so the question, who is the sexiest caster OCE?
I know 3 casters.
Be honest. Be brutal. Give us...
I know 3 casters. I have to go with a guy with a bow tie. I'm sorry. Like, he's got a bow tie. Like,
oh, there we go. 2 straw polls and Hinduman. Thank you.
Rigged it. He rigged it by wearing a bow tie. Like, it was rigged from the question was asked, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to choose the guy with the bow tie.
Well, strategy.
I love
pants,
Rank. Rank walks off and he's wearing those pants.
He's wearing pajama.
I got the suit pants on. I got the whole outfit going. I got suspenders and shit. I came prepared.
I'm wearing shorts.
This is what I'm wearing on dates.
I don't even have boxes on. It's still like 11 a.m. So.
Yeah.
I think it's better if you don't wear the suit pants, because then it's just like, oh yeah, you're real classy, and then you get up and it's like, oh, you're wearing shorts and pajamas.
Have you ever sat in your room in suit pants for 6 hours casting? Why am I doing this? They can't even see. This is the scariest thing, is that what you don't see on the broadcast is you generally don't see our bottom half, and generally most of us are wearing different things. Bot regularly wears a suit and shirt and has shorts on and sandals for most of the casts.
Yeah.
It's the oddest thing to sit next to and cast with, but it's just normal for them. That's how it is.
That's how PAX is gonna turn out. Like,
There we go. I just come up with a question. All right. I know we have a lot of budding casters out there, or potentially people who are thinking about casting an OCE. How did you actually start casting Hindu? What was your first cast like?
Okay,
Why did you...
back? We talking about Smite or just in general? My first cast.
In general.
In general, my casting career has been long and arduous, and it's not an easy grind. I'll tell you that now. For anybody who wants to get into the scene, it takes effort. And it takes a lot of freaking time, right? And maybe you'll go unnoticed for a very long time, or the game that you're doing doesn't notice you as much. Okay, I'll let you know that now. I started in League of Legends a long time ago, back before Season 1. At Season 1 Worlds, I went to DreamHack to watch the Worlds, and I was watching D-Man and Joe Miller cast live. And I was like, yo, these guys are shit. Back then, to be honest, back then they were, right? They knew nothing about League of Legends. Although they had the hype and the control of the cast and they could broadcast very well, they didn't know the game. And I was annoyed by that back then. I was like, these guys don't know my game. I can do better than that. So I started casting. Randomly, I approached company ESL and said, yo, can I cast? He's like, yeah, sure, cast. So I did. And I slowly learned to cast. I started off with play-by-play. I did a lot of casting for them for many years. Did some of the pro scene before SPLs. Not SPLs, what are they called? The League of Legends pro scene. There you go, LCS. I don't even know what it's called anymore. You'll be funny about the transition. I'll talk about the transition in a minute, but yeah, LCS. I did the pro scene before then, and then I moved. I did that for a long time, worked in the Bedlock scene and started casting. It's not an easy grind. You've just got to start somewhere. And the best thing is when I moved to Smite, I saw Smite and was like, yo, this game's good. Oh, this was February last year. Yo, this game's really good. Wait, there's no EU casters? It seems like a good opportunity, right? Why would I not try and go over here? Wait, there's no even EU tournaments? I've got an idea. I should start running EU tournaments and casting and get noticed. And that's where I turned up in Smite. But as a caster as a whole, if you want to get into casting, the best advice I can ever give you is listen to your co-caster. Treat every single cast like a conversation. You are not a one-man army. You are sharing the broadcast with the other people in the conversation. It's basically the best sounding cast, the ones where it sounds like a conversation, are the best things. And don't just go off on your own tangents. Try and listen. It's a two-way street. Listen to what your co-cast is saying. They're the best tips for casting, honestly, I can give you. Other than that, just practice, and you'll finally get there.
If you're going to say something random, make sure that they know what you're randomly talking about so they can follow it. Yeah, like Dark Souls.
Ladle OP.
Also,
Fatal first item.
Also, close chat when casting, because it's just a distraction. HughZ!
Really good advice. No, honestly,
Yeah.
close chat. So if you're getting BM'd in chat, like my first cast, I closed chat because I was scared. Honestly, I was expecting bad things to happen in chat. But if you're going to get distracted by chat, try not to listen to chat, because like there's still casters that do it. You'll read chat and you will make mistakes, right? You'll make mistakes in the cast. You'll say something that ain't fucking true, right? Such as something very simple, like the mid harpies went to this team when they didn't, or the worst ones are when you go Gold Fury goes to X team and it didn't. That's really bad because it comes up on your fucking screen and says Gold Fury went to this team and you're still going, yeah, the other team got it, great job by them with the steal, and you got all hyped for it. It's like there's no steal. Oh shit. And chat's just going off at you, and you read chat and you're like, I know chat. I know, and you really want to respond to him, you know? You really want to respond to them. Oh, they say something that's not true. This is what I hate the most, right? I'm going off on one now. I need to stop. But when chat starts on you over something that you know is right, okay? Or they'll be like, that's not true, Hindu. You know what you're talking about. And I'm like, really? Really, chat? Really don't think the Vanguard is a good item against HI-REZ at the start of a game as a support? Really, chat? Really? And I'm just like, I just want to rip through the PC and grab that guy and punch him in the face. Not really. I'm a nice guy. But yeah, I mean, you don't read chat, okay? Because it'll influence your cast more than anything else. And bringing it up during the cast isn't generally a good thing. Until you really get to a stand where you can pick him where you want to. When you're confident in your own cast that it's not going to influence you, then you can start reading chat. But even me, I read chat sometimes and I shouldn't, because it does influence my cast too. Don't read chat, it's bad.
Noted.
Cool beans. Speaking of cool beans,
Cool beans.
I I designed a shirt the other day, and I bought it.
God.
Oh,
Did you guys see it? Do you guys want to see it?
No.
I'm gonna show you because
Actually, you know what's really, really... well, yeah, you linked that shirt first as well. Our silicon jerseys are on the way, Top-Notch.
That's correct. 1 week away, I believe, according to
I
Layla.
think so, yeah. Yeah. So we'll have
So,
silicon... We'll probably...
I'll have to throw the old Vox Eminor jersey aside and wear the silicon jersey.
Is that a bow tie? That would be amazing.
Is that a
if
British
was
flag?
bow tie.
That looks
Yeah,
like
it's
a
an
British flag.
Aussie flag.
I know
There you
it's
go. You
an
can
Aussie
believe
flag.
if you want there. Like, there you go.
There we go. That's perfect. There you go.
No, there we go.
Better.
Better. There we go. Better.
Alright,
This is
so,
made a shirt.
any last questions? Will you follow my stream? I'm terrible, but I'm not salty. God Killage.
Why do you
Yeah.
want to follow streams? Like, do people understand? Like, following a stream does not necessarily mean that I'm going to watch a stream.
Makes
You
them
realise
feel
that?
valued, bro.
He's been
Why is it
off
being-
at me on Facebook for the past half an hour. Like, get him to follow me. Like,
Ignore
oh
the
my
haters,
God.
Josh. Ignore the haters.
Following someone on Twitter is probably better than having someone follow you on stream. Because, A, I follow you on stream and you're from Oceania. I ain't ever going to see your games. Why? Because I'll be in fucking bed. That's
I'll
the gist of it.
rebroadcast them to
That's
him.
the gist
I'm
of it.
sending his links.
At least if you ask me to follow you on Twitter, which you can't ask now because I'm going to say no because I gave you the idea. You should have had the idea yourself in the first place. But it would have worked out better to follow me on Twitter because then I could read it when I woke up. Yeah.
I already followed you.
Don't mean I'm going to follow you back.
That's right.
Wrecked.
All right.
Yeah, don't even follow my
well,
mods. See?
This
Don't
by
even follow my mods.
ties.
Straight after this is gonna be the cast that me and Timmy did earlier today. And
Crack
we'll
it
be
up
able
and click.
yeah,
Is
and
that
then Avant accelerated. Yeah, so that'll be afterwards. But anyways,
all right. Yeah. So that's over on Team Down TV 2, or are you just
Well,
rebroadcasting that here?
we'll host that probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So you don't even have to leave the channel. If you want to catch up with Oceanic Games, they're about to come your way. You don't even have to do anything. Look at
Watch that Aries.
that. All right.
Be bad.
Big thank you to our Ymir expert, Hinduman.
But you may expert. I feel bad now because I'm pretty sure everyone in Oceania is going to watch this and be like, we don't just play Aries. And then there's one guy that goes there and goes, I always play Ymir into Aries and nobody else understands. Oh, I'm so glad Hinduman came on the show and finally showed these people that Ymir exists. There's always those people. But yeah, you're probably not that bad.
All right, we might try and organise to send you an Australian flag bow tie. Because
It'll save me buying one, so thanks. Like, I have to buy all my own bow ties. It's not like they come free. And if you are getting a spot at Worlds, because I don't know the information on that, but if you are getting a spot at Worlds, then I'm going to need one for Worlds to support you. Because I always supported the losing team at Worlds, if you didn't realise.
Just someone will be on our side.
I'll get my Australian bow tie. I'm ready for it. And then, we'll be excited for when Silicon get their game up against Fnatic.
Easy wins.
And then
I'll
I'm gonna get-
I'll take that.
I'm
I'll take that scrub maniac any day of the week.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make them Badger pick Aries. I'm gonna be like, yo, Badger, do me a favor for this game. Just pick Aries, right? Pick Aries, because they ain't got a fucking clue how to deal with it, right? They will shit bricks when you pick Aries. They might as well just F6 straight away at the start of the game. They know they're done. They're done. Aries is the counter to Os. Confirmed.
Don't tell anyone, bro.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
big thank you to Hinduman. You've been absolutely a pleasure to have on, and you're just a pleasure to be around as well. So thank you for everything you've done for us tonight.
No
Definitely.
problem.
Thanks very much, man. Like,
I feel like I've spoken like you guys haven't spoke, so I feel guilty. I apologize. I'll shut up next time.
You bring everywhere you go. You bring your personality with you. Everywhere you go.
I mean, by personality,
Always
means
bring
never having never the ability to shut up. That's what personality means.
Yeah.
Are you a
never shut up.
commentator? Does that come in handy? Anyway, HughZ, thank you for your first official broadcast as a part of the Deoceide podcast crew.
I think it was a good first episode. King
Alright.
starting out the high here.
Top-notch, big thank you for joining us once again.
Easy.
Best of luck with your games this week. Hopefully you can show Hinduman how Ymir works in that duel.
Be a solo, you mean, bro?
Solo Ymir. All right. With the purple pot. Make sure you take it with the purple pot.
Yeah. Is there any other way?
And a final big thank you to Josh Knightfall Campbell for being our stream, our lovely Skype call host, and everything with his superior New Zealand internet. He's about to go off and enjoy his girlfriend. We won't say what she is, but hey, you all know what we're thinking. But
Say hi to Jason for me.
Hang on, before we end, I'm about to get sappy here. So this podcast literally started with me talking to a camera about what was happening on the Smite Oceanic Reddit, and now it's 5 forecasters, 1 pro player, and like literally a HI-REZ member is talking to us right now. Like that. This is just the coolest thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
thanks so much, Hinduman, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Is this episode 8?
This is 12.
12?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize we got past 10. There you go.
We skipped 9 and went straight to 10, 11, 12. So yeah. But yeah, this is 12.
It's so good.
So thanks, man.
It's nice to talk to other regions that aren't North Americans, you know, and be
Found out we weren't
once-
barbarians.
Be outnumbered once again with the amount of people that you have in your community compared to EU. Hi, I'm the EU community. How you all doing? All right, because that's generally how it is. We've got North American community with like Gandhi, Dryber, Bart, and DM, and F. Dot, and Kelly, and I could go on forever, right? And then we've got the OS guys. You're here now. Well, some of you are. There's more of you, right? And then we've got EU. Then we've got EU.
I think you forgot China. Okay.
China's got like 1 billion people, so yeah, it's.
And all of them Smitecasters.
I have seen. Did you see the China broadcast before Worlds? By the way, they have Chinese Hinduman. I was very impressed. He wore a bow tie and everything. I was like, "Yo, he's Chinese Hinduman." I was so hyped.
Was he Buddhist
So
man?
he sounded like a really good caster too. He sounded really good because of the bow tie. It definitely made things work for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like
So I'm banking on.
I am EU. Me and Chaotix, we're EU now. I've got another buddy. Shouts to Chaotix community manager. Yay.
Right. Well,
The two EUs
unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to call it to a close. It's time to say it. Goodbye for now, but not forever. And we'll see you next time on the Deoceide podcast.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Nuts.